Hey Pisces, how you doing? Welcome, friend. This is Jamie and Soulvine, and we're connecting into Pisces. Sun, Moon, and Rising will be the most dominant. Let's just go see what's going on and how we can best support your journey today. Looking at the current energies, what do we need to know? First up, we've got the Hermit with the King of Cups. I'm actually going to put that back in. I'm not satisfied yet with the shuffle, so if it comes back out, but the Hermit with the King of Cups, so there's some reflection on some dynamic here, whether it could be the way someone is feeling about a situation or something of that nature. All right, for our Pisces. If I haven't split, I'm just going to split. I just feel I need a bit more. All right, thank you, Spirit. Let's look at the current energies. Thank you. First up, we've got the Ten of Cups with the Two of Cups. Wow, that's pretty powerful. With the Eight of Cups energy in terms of the current situation. Let's have a look at the past and how it's impacting. I've got the Four of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Justice energy, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. We'll dive in a little bit more. Underneath, we do have the Three of Swords. But just having a look at this right now, guys, you know, in terms of the current situation, the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups, and then the Eight of Cups, there was something quite meaningful here, or felt, you know, like home. Felt in balance, felt in harmony. It looks like there's some thought or feeling here to leave something behind, or recognizing that whatever this has represented for you in your life with the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups, perhaps, you know, it's not feeling like it's here anymore, or you're searching for something more in this connection or in the future or the direction that you're heading towards. Some of you could have been abandoned from a situation or looking to leave a situation right now because there's something amiss. In terms of the past, how it's impacting today, again, there's been, I feel, a bit of a disconnect somewhere in a dynamic, okay, around, this could be a marriage. This could be a separation at some point in time. There could have been another party involved. Or the way that you've aligned at some point in time to something has changed. But I feel for some of you, there was another energy. The Queen of Wands can be another energy. And as I said, we do have the Three of Swords underneath, the Three of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, I feel like someone's just not satisfied right now where they are. And it's kind of reassessing a particular dynamic and whether, you know, whether this is actually good for you where you are, because I feel, again, there's something missing. But there is some reflection here, you know, in the past of when someone has felt this way. And the Four of Cups, this could be you or the person you're dealing with. Like, someone's withdrawn, someone's not connected, someone is not, you know, in full intention and communion in this dynamic. You know, someone could be down and out, a bit depressed, feeling, you know, just disconnected overall, or just, you know, whatever's happening. It's like the energy around it is just, someone just doesn't seem to be really showing much care right now. And I feel like that at some point there's something that you've recognized here that seems familiar. This could be a pattern and behavior in this current dynamic, or something that you've seen and witnessed and experienced before. But I do feel there's been a divorce at some time, or a separation around this potential dynamic, or what you've actually been through. But I do feel like there's another energy. Let's have a look at what we need to know about this situation in terms of the advice. So we've got the Star energy, the Hanged Man, and the Seven of Pentacles. It's interesting because there still seems to be, you know, some hope here around this situation, okay? The Star, the Hanged Man, it's waiting to see, you know, where to go next or what to do next, but also looking at what that next is for you, what makes you feel connected, supported, loved. But there is hope. There is hope here that, maybe if you step away, maybe, someone can see the difference of you potentially being around, not being around, or giving to a situation, not giving to a situation. But I think it also helps you reflect too, where you want to invest your time and energy and effort. I'm going to get a few, just have a look at what is impacting this right now. What's impacting this situation? Thank you, Spirit. So first up, we've got hostilities. So something here could be feeling quite uncomfortable about the direction, about the future, about what success is, about some sense of achievement. And also too, it's like there's a bit of a delay somewhere. I feel that's what's happening. And, maybe, the delay could be coming in different forms. The delay could be coming in where the relationship is going, when someone's going to show up a certain way, hopes and dreams for the future, maybe someone's career and success. There's something here where there's a little bit of discomfort that's showing up, but I feel timing is a key factor here, or, things aren't happening potentially fast enough, smooth enough, or the change is not moving the way that's been hoped, okay? Because it seems to be all about this cornucopia. What cornucopia is for you is the fruits of the labor, right? So what is that fruit? What is that goodness? What is that sense of achievement? Because there's some differences here, it seems. And again, I feel like timing is a factor here. So someone may not be feeling good enough right now and is feeling a bit down and out, and that could be part of why someone's looking at leaving a relationship. Maybe they feel that if they step out, follow a bit more of their dreams, their goals, their ambitions, it can work out better for you. But I think there's still hope that something will turn up and something will arrive that can support, I think, you first and foremost, but then support the dynamic. Let's take a peek and see where this is heading towards in terms of the outcome. Thank you, Spirit. We've got the Lover's energy and we've got the Empress. So some choice here or some connection here seems like there's something that's going to birth, but let's take a peek. We've got the Moon. We do have the Knight of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Judgment energy. Underneath, we've got the Knight of Swords, so some communications coming on in. Okay. Yeah, so it seems like there's some decision here in a relationship or in the growth of something or the energy and the creation of something right now and what that can become. I think, you potentially could be looking here, Pisces, as what positions you in this Empress energy. Does this dynamic do that for you? Does this partnership do that for you? Is something heading in the same direction? Are the same goals, outcomes, vision for life? There's something here that feels very strongly about this that is in contemplation right now, and someone may not be sharing all they feel, or someone is sensing that something is coming and you're waiting for that benefit, that reward, that the universe returning something that you've been working really hard on. So you can kind of see like the fruits of the labor just keeps coming up in terms of words that I keep hearing. So I am seeing something opening up or showing up, or if you're concerned about someone and how someone's feeling, I feel like this is going to be expressed, especially if it's been holding back. There's some declaration, I feel, of love, or some declaration of care, or some declaration of how do we make this work, okay? But interestingly, the Six of Swords with the Judgment, that's what I want to assess here, because the Six of Swords is moving forward. It's moving forward on a new venture, in peace, but there's some decision that's being made around that. So let's have a peek on what that decision is about. What is that decision about? Thank you, Spirit. The Magician, the Knight of Wands, and the Temperance energy. It's an interesting one because there's a sense of adventure here that I feel wants to be had, just in the zest of life and enjoying life and, creating a situation that gives you freedom to be you, express yourself as you need, but also, I think grow and expand in the way that makes you feel alive here, Pisces. But there's still some element here where I feel like something's unaligned, someone that you're either dealing with or what you're recognizing here. I feel like there's someone here that's a little bit more independent, a little bit doing their thing. And not necessarily a feeling left behind. I feel like you want to be and do more of that, but the opportunity just isn't really giving it to you right now. And like I said, what this cornucopia means for you, whether this is related to your Ten of Cups energy, whether this is related to your work, your home, something that you get to be a part of and produce and live, I feel you're wanting to manifest it, but it's going to take time. You've got the Temperance energy twice here, right? So something is going to take a bit of time. I want to get some more here and see what this is about, because making some decision here, it's like you're wanting to manifest something and bring something to life. But you're like, I just don't know if you're giving yourself some excuses here to hang on and wait. So we've got the false person energy, the official person, and a pathway. Share more on this false person energy. Change. Yeah, I feel like someone's not giving all the information right now. Official person, concern, and pathway. Okay, something will be opening up sooner than you may expect here, Pisces. And then you've got the Lovers underneath, Thief, and Despair. Yeah, I feel like someone could be resenting someone right now. Without realizing. I don't think it's just as straightforward with that. I think resentment, builds up over time where you've given, you've supported, you've cared, and it's like something's not enough, or it's like the benchmarks keep changing, something like that. I feel like, and it gets to a point that, you kind of potentially lose a little bit of respect for a situation or a person. It's like you can't trust them. But I do feel like you still have this sense of hope something will work out. I'm just recognizing here that someone may not be giving you all the information, okay? If this is about some form of travel or if this is some form of change, there's something different that I feel you're recognizing or they're recognizing here. The official person, you've got concern. So I feel like, if there's going to be a conversation, 33 is a master number. That's someone that is spiritually aware, wise, So, and this person in this is also very mature. So don't dismiss what you feel I feel it's okay to have more questions. Interesting, you've got 22 and 33. So there's a lot of evolution, a lot of growth that I feel is happening on a spiritual sense. And then you got the pathway, which is very, very, in alignment of your growth, of your journey, of where you're meant to be. And I feel something's going to open up here because I can see you want to manifest this, right? You want to manifest this. But I'm also going to say be careful what you're manifesting. Where are your thoughts right now? There's one thing, trusting in your intuition, which I think is important here. But I feel something to do with your past. There was another energy or another ambition involved here that was outside the direct dynamic. And maybe whatever that is or wherever that energy is going right now, whether it's you or was them or somewhere that you've been once before, there's this, again, this catalyst or this knowing or this feeling that something is missing or something's not right or someone's not happy. And I think you're trying to unfold all that and what that means and what to do with it. I just feel like there's some reassessment here. And whatever this reassessment is and this decision making is, it's like, how do you just get to a place of, are we good? Is this good? Are we heading in the same direction? Because I feel like the direction that you want to go and you want to manifest is on its way. but it still seems like something needs to be addressed for before, so you can get to a place of peace and move on. Whether you choose to move on together in this, move on in your own direction. But I do see a bit of independence here and a little bit of freedom that's coming with whatever this is. And I feel it's about someone's success or achievement as well that's involved in this. That's how the energy is coming across. But there is some form of timing and some form of things happening in the background that you potentially can't see yet. And that could be part of the frustration and the difficulties and the challenges that you keep experiencing, is because it's like, when is this thing going to happen? I do feel for some of you, you just want to get to a place of peace, a place of success, right? And what that peace and success is going to be different for all of you. But I feel like someone feels a little down and out, like something isn't happening in the time that they want, and things aren't evolving perhaps in the way that you thought. And that's part of the challenge here that you could be experiencing, or the influence here. So just be mindful too, is what you are feeling a temporary thing based on circumstances, or is this a repeating pattern that you're witnessing? I think that's going to be a key indicator here as part of your decision making, because I am seeing something birthing, something growing, but also too something being held back. Okay. And I feel once that whatever's been held back is opened up, is declared, is shared, I feel that's when the peace comes, okay? Because it's showing that twice here in different ways. So I'm going to leave that with you, dear Pisces. I hope that's given you some insight and guidance for today. I'd love to hear in the comments, as always, how you are and what's happening. And I look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye now.